I got to work with Mr. Rook. He is a civics teacher on our campus, and it was great to be back in the classroom. It was great to work with the classroom teacher. We definitely started with standards. So he came to me with an overall idea, and then the next time that we met, he provided California state standards for social studies, and I brought in model school library standards. And it was great because the two of them really worked together. With those standards in mind, that's when we started to dive into what we were actually going to do with this unit. One of the best things that came from this assignment that I got in the class before was that I got to develop this curriculum with this teacher that he is actually going to use. So I'm so excited that the civics students for second semester will get to explore this curriculum. And then also, they're going to see how the library is set up to enhance that learning. So in LAB 720, we took that unit and I got to dive in and really look at my collection. And the first thing that I learned is about weeding. And so, because my overall collection is rather small, the teacher librarian that was there before me did a lot of weeding and cut out a lot of books. It was just my assumption that I shouldn't cut anything. I didn't want there to look like there was even fewer books in there. However, after taking this course, I realized that it's better to have a small collection that is relevant and focused and clear than it is to hold on to some books that are just out of date. Some books are misleading. Some books are talking about current events that were 25 years ago. So the current world that the students are living in right now is not the world that's portrayed in some of these texts. So the first bonus in doing this unit was I've weeded some of the books out of the collection, which makes it better for students. If they're going to a certain section to do their research, the best way to dive into research is to have everything that is in front of you be something that is worth reading. So that was the first step. The second step was to order more books. So, like I said, we do not have a ton of books. And so a lot of my budget has gone to bringing in text, mostly nonfiction texts. So this was a dream. We got to look at what were some books that would really help this unit. And it's like a perfect world. I actually got to purchase them. So it was wonderful. When I first started as a teacher librarian, I was not given much guidance as far as purchasing books for the collection. And so this was yet another great thing that came out of LAB 720 was I got the time and the space to build the criteria that I wanted. So some of the books that I purchased might spark some questions from parents. They're dealing with current events. They're dealing with things like open carry laws. They're dealing with current events such as the right to refuse. And so there are texts that are definitely going to spur some conversations. But because I had the space to really examine these books, every book that I purchased has a positive academic review. Every book that I purchased was published within the last 5 years. So if anybody wanted to talk to me about the books that I brought in, I feel very confident that I can show them that they are standard based. I feel very confident that I can help the students gain the knowledge that they want from these texts that have been purchased. In addition, I did a lot of exploration on my own with different websites and different databases that I really feel are going to be beneficial for students in the future. I've already started to talk to the person that oversees the library in the district office, and I'm very hopeful that we can bring in some more databases that will even make the research that these students are doing in this civics class and in all of their classes more reachable and something that will promote them so that they really do get the space to gain the intellectual freedom that is so incredibly important.